YouTube, it's your boy Marco. Welcome to GeekShhh. Alright, so we have 5700 XT. Timestamps are in under this video. Before we get into this, I want to talk about the state of Ethereum. Oh, let me turn off this fan. I want to talk about the state of Ethereum. I be seeing a lot of things right now. I see a lot of people, complaining. I saw one post on Reddit where a guy was like, yeah, I had 1 gigahash, went up to 7. Now I got to sell my cards at a loss. It's kind of crazy to me. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to lie to you, man. It's kind of a little crazy when I see these type of things because we are all on borrowed time in terms of mining Ethereum. When I started mining back in 2021, last year in springtime, I started mining. I was told it was going to be, Ethereum 2.0 was going to be in December. For it to get pushed back into summer is like a blessing. See what I'm saying? So I don't understand how people invested so much money into something and now they selling it off. What was your plan? You know what I mean? We all on borrowed time. It would make sense to me if Ethereum 2.0, if we never knew about Ethereum 2.0. If we never knew about Ethereum 2.0, it would make sense to me where people are complaining and saying they selling it off at a loss, all that type of stuff. That would make more sense. But we all knew the day was going to come when it was going to all be over. So I just wanted to say that, man, if you are one of those people that overly invested, I'm sorry to hear it, man, but it's a learning lesson. You know what I mean? Me personally, my whole intentions when I got all my cards was to mine during the bear market. I'm looking forward to the next big thing. I'm looking forward to the bear market. I'm looking forward to Ethereum 2.0. Do I want it to come right now? No, but at the end of the day, I'm not tripping about it coming. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew this day was coming sooner or later. I really want to see what happens. So right now, Ethereum, today was actually a good day. Today is Friday. I don't really know the date. Can't remember the date, but it actually went up to like 12.13 or something like that. So today was actually a good day for a lot of people are excited about that. Me personally, I just take it day by day, see what happens. I'm fortunate enough to have a flat plan from my electric company, so it's not unprofitable for me yet. But also, with all my graphic cards, I have about a little over 2 gigahash. I plan on mining, not all of them, but I still plan on mining, around 1 gigahash of altcoins. You see what I'm saying? My 3080s, all that type of stuff. So it is what it is. All right, so now let's get into the video. Now that that's done, I only spent 3 minutes on it. That's good. Anyway, this is a 5700 XT reference model. There's 3 cards I always wanted to get. I wanted to get this one, the reference model. I want to get a Radeon 7. I already had a Radeon 7 before, but I sold it before I started mining. So way before I started mining, I sold it off for 3 times what I paid for it. So it was a good deal. And a 2080 Ti Founders Edition. Someone actually was selling one for like $450, but I didn't see it until it was too late. So those are the 3 cards I was looking for. I don't really know if I'm even going to go for the Radeon 7 because at the end of the day, the Radeon 7, it codes out so quick. So anyway, this was one of the cards I was looking for. I got this when Ethereum was like around $1,800, $1,900. I got this for $150 from some young guy, that lived, 40 minutes away from me. He upgraded. He was just getting rid of it. I thought it was a good deal. Even when it was at 1900 Ethereum, even now with Ethereum at around 1200, I still think it's a good deal. This is something I'm looking for more, honestly. 150, 200, I still will buy it. And I'm gonna be buying them through the bear market. So anyway, I'm gonna pad this up. I never did one of these before, so let's get straight to it. I'm at the 4-minute mark. Alright. So let me get this. Hopefully this camera doesn't blur out. Last video it was blurred. So I'm gonna go ahead and unscrew this back plate. I never did this before with this particular card, but I showed you guys the temperatures of it. I just want to change the thermal paste. I could tell by the stickers on the card that the kid never opened this before. So I want to go ahead and change the thermal paste, and also I'm going to put that little washer. They said if you put the washers on these, under these, you get better temps as well. So I'm gonna do both. Screw this real quick. All right, back plate off. Seems fairly easy. Let me take a picture. I like to take a picture when I first do cards so I know exactly where every screw was. Not a problem. Oh man. These out. That's a problem. That's a problem. See, when you're doing this, make sure you don't do this on a speaker like me. Make sure you're doing it on a big desk. So stuff like that do not happen to you. That's a problem. I gotta look for that screw. That's gonna be annoying. Hopefully it's close by. It shouldn't be too hard. I know with these cards, like I have my Radeon 7 and I opened that a few times. The Radeon 7 had like some little graphite on the core, on the GPU die, had like some type of graphite instead of paste. So most definitely, I'm thinking that they did the same thing with this. Not 100% sure, but I'm thinking that's what happened on this. Those are those type screws. There's one more right here. Then as you can see, they got different type of, well, there's one more right here. Then they got 3 different screws. I don't think I'm gonna have to change the thermal pads, but I'll measure the thermal pads for you guys, just in case you wanna change yours. I would think it'll probably be like 2 2mm pads. That's how I would think they'll put them in. I guess you gotta take this back plate this time. Yeah, probably gotta take this off too. This should really be fairly easy. But I always I had plenty 5700 XTs, I just always wanted the reference. Partly because I have a Hackintosh, so. Let me take this out. I think I need a smaller screwdriver head. Ethereum's brutal right now, but you know. Alright, I like to do 4 across. And I didn't really see no video of people really changing the thermal paste and stuff on the reference model. Hopefully I could do R mode soon. I'm trying to figure out how to do R mode on Windows, because this is on, I don't have this on high. soon as I figure out that'll be good. Alright, so that seems to be all the screws. This should come right off unless there's something screwed in. Oh, there's a whole bunch of little ones right here. Alright, let me unscrew these. That's too small. Damn, like two different sizes. Like this is one size and this is another size. Fine. Anybody wondering, I'm using the iFixit kit. I'm using the iFixit kit right now, if anybody's wondering. Let's see if this is good. It work. Keep the screws organized. Card actually don't really run that hot, even though it's a blower style. Does pretty damn good, if you ask me. I think people was really doing the most about it. Right now I'm doing about 50 mega hash on it. Right now I'm doing about 50 mega hash, but if I do the R mode, I think I can get it up to like 55, they said. A little extra mega hash never hurt nobody. All right, so I was able to take off the backplate. And with that off, should be able to take off the PCB from the cooler. I believe all the screws are gone, so it should just be a matter of a little pressure. Yep. All right, so just a little pressure, watch out. There's actually a fan cable there. Good thing we didn't rip that out. Oh, it's two. So it's one here and it's one here. So it's two of them. So see if I can pull this one out. If I can wiggle it a little bit. Pull too hard and pull out the cables. That look like 1.5 thermal pads over there on the inside. It look like 1.5 thermal pads. Look like it's gonna be a little hard to get this. That's off. Now that that one's off, should be able to get this one out. Ah, nails. Jesus Christ. Not gonna rip them cables out. I honestly don't even need to take it off, to be honest, true. Yeah, I honestly don't even need to take it off. At all. So we're gonna leave that on. These they look like 1.5. This the graphite. This the same one that the Radeon 7 had. Let me see if I could just peel that off. These seems to be like 1 millimeter. It don't seem like I really need to even change those at all, to be honest with the truth. I think the thermal pads are fine. Little blow. You take this pad right here, measure it. I don't think it's gonna be much at all. Alright, so this is about 0.5. This is a 1. So these are 1s. These little ones are 1s. I really don't want to move these. These look like 1.5, but I really don't want to remove. These are 1s too. These are 1s too. Alright, so it's in 1 millimeters on both of them. So they're the same. Alright, so let me put some thermal paste on that. Alright, so I'm using MX4 like I always use. If you follow the channel, if you're not subscribed, make sure you go ahead and stop playing with me. Go ahead and subscribe. Spread it out. That was easy. We're gonna close this card back up. We ain't gonna change none of the thermal pads. Gonna leave the thermal pads the same, man. Ain't no sense wasting thermal pads. They're not gonna really make a difference. that. Close this back up. Gotta attach the fan back to it. These holes are not lined up right here. These holes right here are not lined up. So let me take it apart again. Because those holes are not lined up for those 3 little screws right there. For some reason. Alright. So, for some reason, oh, it goes here. Oh, see? The fan wasn't flush. That thing, I opened that back up. It wasn't flush. So, anytime you open it back up, you have to repaste it because it lost contact. So you have to go back and repaste it. Some people don't want to do that, but you get bubbles if you don't take this step. Some people look at it like, oh, I'm wasting paste. That's okay. Paste don't cost much. Alright, so that go there. Let's put on, gotta tighten them up too. Gotta tighten them up. Let's put on this back plate. If I remember correctly, yeah, so this one goes on this up here, and then the other one goes on the other side. Face it down. All right. Then we had some that went over here. Let me knock those out real quick. Two. Alright. These on, the small ones on. angle it better for y'all, but I'm at 22 minutes. I have to restart real soon. You gotta be careful with the small screws. It might rip on you. It might rip quick. And we're gonna do the washer mod on this. I'm just gonna use the regular EK washers that come with the EK water blocks. From what I understand, those work. If you don't have those, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you. But I'm not sure of the exact size of the washer. Nonetheless, we got all those in, and put these on, but I'm gonna get the washer. Like I said, these are the regular washers that come with EK water blocks. From what I understand, these work perfectly fine for this. This is a washer mine to get more pressure on the backplate. You're changing the thermal paste and adding more pressure. One. Two. 3. Just need one more. And we still ain't tightened these screws yet. So. 4. Good. Rip any fucking screw. Not what we want to do. Here. It seems like this side, yeah, this ain't going down like the rest of them. These other ones went straight down, but this side seems like it's more up. Maybe I definitely don't want to rip any screw. I can't look anymore. Can't look anymore, so yeah. All right, and what we want to do is tighten up these screws right here, because remember I went kind of soft on them. All right, that's back together. I'm gonna put it in there and let's check the temps. All right, so my before temperatures after about 4 hours of mining in the garage is a place that doesn't have much airflow. It's about 94 degrees ambient. I was sitting at 62 core and 82 memory. After I did this whole mod with the paste and the washers, I then put it back in and I was sitting at 66 core and 80 memory. So my core went up. So I thought I probably did something wrong. So what I ended up doing was removing the washers and putting it back up there. And I ended up with 67 core and 80 memory. So after that, I end up leaving for the night, end up coming back home around like 4 o'clock in the morning. And I decided to reinstall the washers. So that ended up being 63 core and 80 memory. All right. So after I reinstalled the washers, that's where we were sitting at. So, but you got to remember too, that was 4 o'clock in the morning. It wasn't as hot in the garage as it was earlier. See what I'm saying? So you got to keep that in mind as well. It probably was like 70s in the garage at that time, ambient. So 24 hours later, after reinstalling the washers, I was sitting, not 24 hours, probably like 12, 13, 14 hours. I was sitting at around 69 core and 84 memory. So that's how it was looking. I end up moving my whole rig, this little small rig that I got right here. I end up moving it to my mining room, which has a lot of 3080s in it and all other kind of cards in there. And it's sitting around 58 and 58 core, 72 memory. Cause it's a lot more cards in there, but it's way more airflow. It even get hit with a little air conditioning, all that. It's way more airflow in that room. So it's a better environment for it. But at the end of the day, do I think this was really worth it? And I have to be honest with y'all, no. so that graphite, I don't think that graphite that's on the reference model is really great for like if you're gaming. But I think it's great if you're doing stuff like mining or video editing with this card. I think we would have really seen the differences in temperatures if I was gaming. But being that I'm not gaming with this card, I don't think I even needed it. I didn't have to open it up. It was a waste of time. The next 5700 XT reference I get, I'm not going to open it up. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. But nonetheless, you know, I did it and